Hey Cancer, welcome to my channel, Twinfinite Divinity Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a look at twin flames, life partners, soul connections, more than likely in separation for the month of November. We'll get a based idea of like where you're at, where they're at, and what the combination of energy is. Please only take what resonates. Gender is never specific in tarot, so switch roles as needed. And if you want a more in-depth look or a personalized reading, all the descriptions are in the drop-down box. So let's begin. Where is my divine feminine in this connection? Now we're going to get the connected energy of this connection. Let's see. That one was quick. Alright, now divine masculine. So for Divine Feminine, I'm seeing the Moon and the Six of Swords. To me, this is basically saying, like, you're moving away from conflict, you're moving away from disagreements, you're moving away from even internal conflict with this connection. However, you're not sure where to go from here. Or maybe even you're still very confused about whether this connection is going to come back together. Can these conflicts be resolved? Wherever you're moving, though, whether it be away from this person or with this person into a new energy, is still kind of up in the air because the moon's here. I don't think you know at this time exactly how or what to perceive the situation as. Whether it's going to come back together or is it going to like just grow apart. Now, for the Divine Masculine, I've got the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords. To me, this is the Divine Masculine is very conflicted. I'm thinking more mentally than like on the outside. Not that he's dealing with conflict on the outside. It's more of the conflict associated with some kind of pain that he's experienced possibly in the past, very fear-based, and because of all of these things, the Five and the Three of Swords together equal the Eight of Swords, which is basically being trapped in your mind by fears, illusions, and that type of thing. Now, the connected energy is not really in alignment with either or. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So, I kind of see like this is a very slow progressing connection. This is something that's taking time to really heal itself or individually heal. This could be more so the healing is being done on the masculine side, but I'm sure that the feminine also has things that she needs to heal from. It just looks like it's very, very slow moving. And even though on the outside it looks like this will never happen, it's also showing like it's making very steady progress towards healing. And that's one of the main reasons for like the twin flame connection, is for the healing of self, because it all starts with like you and the growth that you can do as a person, and where you're going to go is going to help to heal others as well. Now, soulmates don't necessarily have as rocky of a path as, let's say, twin flames. So if this is just a soulmate, then it's still very steady progress. I do see like conflict is trying to be resolved, at least on the feminine's part, or she's at least moving away from it. She could have as well been stuck in her head, just like the divine masculine. It's kind of like a mirroring energy, whereas this one's a little slower, this one's moving a little faster. But either way, it looks like it's going somewhere. Maybe not quickly, but it's going somewhere. Now, if this is a connection that is still together, I do see there's a lot of healing that needs to be done, regardless of anything else. It looks like the masculine is still very conflicted in their mind. It could be from like past traumas associated with family and that type of thing, which keeps them kind of uneasy, kind of trapped in their head about what's really going on, that type of thing. But for this connection, I feel more it's one that's in separation. If there's communication, it's very little, and it kind of looks like there might be some kind of conflict that ensues once contact is made. So let's dive a little bit deeper. Divine Feminine. Okay, and these cards are by Divine Moon Empress. She's a tarot reader here on YouTube as well. I'm using a lot of Mystic Moon Oracles. I've got about 4 or 5 decks from her. And then I'm using the Tarot Marchetti 2 for tarot, and let's see what else, the Yin Yang Tarot. Alright, Divine Feminine, I have a feeling that you've struggled with not really feeling seen or heard in this connection, because I have invisible. You could have felt this way for a long time in life, like nobody sees you, no one understands you, but it could be something that you're working on. And then it's right next to the intimacy card. And with this, it kind of shows me that you feel maybe even possibly that this connection is just very like sex-based, for the, lack of terms. But you still crave it. You still crave the intimacy from your partner because it helps you to feel seen. And I think that's been a struggle for you, is like, how do you get people to understand you? How do you get people to see you without having to be intimate with them in order to be heard? I kind of think that, and I'm not going to say it's a manipulation on your part, it's more of like some of the things like from childhood. Maybe you never felt seen, maybe you never felt heard. And so you found that the only time that you felt seen and heard is when you had the attention of, let's say, a divine masculine or somebody that was being intimate with you. And so you kind of use that in order to be seen. And that's where I think the moon also comes in, is that you weren't seeing it correctly. You know what I mean? Like, or you weren't seeing it clearly. It's not that intimacy had you to be seen. It had you to be intimate with somebody that you loved, and the fact of the love is what actually made you feel, validated. And so with this connection, that's where the conflict always arose, was that they see me when we're intimate, they see me when they need me for one thing or another, but then it gets pulled away. So I think it's going back to that self-worth of like, how can you go about life with knowing that, and sometimes in life you're not going to be seen, you're not going to be heard, but if you meet the right people, or if you get in alignment with the right group of people, that'll make you feel more seen. But I also feel like maybe you need to fill your own cup more in order to like remind yourself, like, I don't care what anybody thinks, says, or feels. I am good enough. I am worthy. I am the things I have to say mean something, you know? And so I think that's what you're kind of moving away from is that feeling invincible. Okay. So for the connected energies, I have the third eye and the twin flame card. And to me, this is basically just saying, like, in between the two of you, there's an activation going on. That could even just be you're getting more tapped in, so in tune, because you two mirror each other. They're going to catch up and get more tapped in too, which will in turn strengthen the connection, strengthen the bond. It'll help you to guide this a little more clearly. It might even intensify the speed or the emotions or just the connectedness, right? I'm sorry, this one card is just stuck. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now on the Divine Masculine's part, where is he at? Okay, so if you two are together, I kind of feel it's still the same struggles. You're struggling to be seen and heard. And we'll see their side, but they're struggling to come to the truth of the situation, the connection, the partnership, and be able to live according to, like, from an open heart instead of from being scared and trapped. I think regardless if together or apart, there is a activation going on in between, and this could lead to something bigger. Okay, so Divine Masculine has the karmic family, and like I had said earlier, a lot of their issues stem from something where they were hurt. They could have been hurt by, like, a mother, baby's mother, sister, brother, whatever it is. They didn't feel like they were enough because of the hurt and the pain that was inflicted as a child, possibly, or young adult years. And in order to clear that up, they have to find their self-worth, which is probably why the Independent card shows up, showing that they're kind of taking the reins of their life, taking reins of where their heart goes, what they're going to do from here, that type of thing. I'm not going to necessarily say that the karmic family is out of the picture, because it's still kind of reflective onto this, but it could just be that they're triggered over and over and over again by this karmic family, and so they know the only way that they can, like, separate themselves from this or the things that they were told is to be more independent, to kind of stick to themselves. And that could be why there's a disconnect in the connection, because they feel like the only way to find themselves or their self-worth is apart from this connection. And that in itself is kind of, a great thing in some aspects, because a lot of the healing that we do independently. But, it can go anywhere. I see desire here as well. So you both are thinking about intimacy. Like, the Divine Masculine desires the feminine desires the masculine. And I think a lot of you both do, because not only is there a strong connection or a strong feeling of connection when the two of you are intimate, but also it makes you both feel worthy and loved and taken care of. Okay, so the next part I'm going to do is going to be kind of different. I'm going to do the Twin Flame Oracle for the Divine Feminine, the Cosmic Contract for the connected energies, and then for the Divine Masculine, I'm going to pull from the Haunted Divine Masculine to kind of get a gauge of, like, where they're at, how they feel. And then the Cosmic Contract is all about, like, the reasons why the two of you came together and the lessons that you're meant to learn throughout the journey with each other. So let's see, Divine Feminine. Okay, So for Divine Feminine, I feel like for a while you felt very stuck. You felt like things were not moving anywhere. Like no matter what you did, things just kept going, kept going, kept going in the same direction. And so you knew you had to refocus. You knew you had to go into a different direction. You realized, like, my happiness isn't where this is because I can't get out of it. Like, I'm stuck in my feelings, I'm stuck in my emotions, I'm stuck in waiting for somebody to understand me, to get me to see me, basically. So it's like you're headed in a new direction towards your happiness, what it is that makes you happy. And of course, your divine masculine is one of those people that make you very happy. But if you were to lose them, you realize that you're going to be okay, that you can find happiness somewhere else as well. So let's see what this cosmic contract says. Why did the two of you come together? What lessons were necessary to learn? So we've got counterpart. I will teach you, or I will touch the deepest parts of you. And I kind of feel that's mutual. You both have been touched on a level that nobody could ever touch or reach, which opened up a lot of things within each of you, whether it woke your heart up and you were like, oh my gosh, I've never felt this intensely about another person before. It's opened that heart. It's open like, oh my gosh, like I've never had this before, and I think that's very mutual, and it's very much something that happens with strong soul connections, right? That twin flame connection, like you don't even know half the reasons why you feel the way you do, but you have this strong feeling of connectedness. And then attachment, I will aid in your healing process. Exactly. And that's mutual as well. Because this is so intense and because you crave each other on such an intense level, when you two are apart, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to find myself because I feel lost and I feel like nothing when the two of us are apart. So I actually feel like this connection I'm reading for, you two have very similar traumas. You both have very similar feelings of not being seen, heard, felt. And with this connection, not only does it make you feel such an intense connection, but when the two of you are on great terms, it also feels like I feel like I'm seen and I'm heard and I'm felt more than I've ever been in my entire life. And let's see what's haunting this divine masculine though. Okay. So we have someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. And hello. I haven't done much healing. Both Adele songs. So Adele could mean something to you or this connection. This person is saying hello from the other side, right? I haven't done much healing, and they know that in order to bring this back together, they're going to have to. And this is what the push is. It's pushing them to heal parts on themselves that possibly they've never even looked at. And then I wish nothing but the best for you. I mean, that in itself is very beautiful, right? It's regardless of where you go, what you do, I will always wish the best for you. And that's where that unconditional love stems from, is that feeling of no matter if you're with me or you're not, I just wish you good, right? So that's very beautiful. Okay, I'm going to pull one from this Halloween just because it's still October. It's going to be November, but we're going to pull one of these and a couple of the Moonology. So let's see. We've got the Lamp. Remembrance. I think this is the remembrance of the two of you and your connection, the remembrance of the feeling of warmth, because it's basically someone looking into like a home with the lamp and the lights, and lamp is fire, so it's comfort and warmth and home. So like a feeling of home is very prevalent in this connection. Now let's see what the Moonology has for you, and I'll pull a couple charms and letters just to see if it's your reading or something you might see over the next couple of weeks that will make, resonate with you that this was your reading. Let's see. Okay. And also what I'm getting is like, I don't know if you ever heard the song, but that song, Leave the Light On, I think it's by David Cook. It's like that light that never gets extinguished, the flame that never goes out, the one that always guides you home. Okay, so we have faith in your dreams, and you and your loved ones are safe. So this connection is very, protected and being guided, and just have faith. Always, if this is what you want, this connection is what you crave and desire, just have faith that it'll come into union or level up, get through the conflict that's going on in the current moment. So I'm going to pull a couple charms. Just, like I said, just signifiers. Excuse the noise, I know they're loud. Okay, we have an angel. Just like I said, y'all are very protected by the spirit realm because this is a beautiful connection. Then I have the little pumpkin carriage from Cinderella. You can't see it, I know, but Cinderella could mean something, or it could mean there's movement going on. Then we have the gear, which again is like things starting to move, and then the plane. So this is all about movement. You could have to travel to see one another, or somebody's traveling to see you. And then I have the squid or the octopus. It's basically saying like you both still cling to each other's energy. Let's pull some letter charms. We have got the letter W, the letter L, the letter Q, the letter A, the letter P, the letter S, and it also looks like an infinity, or not an infinity, yin-yang sign, so they could be the yin to your yang, or the yang to your yin, whatever works for you. And then I have the letter N. Excuse me. My dear Cancers, I hope you have a wonderful November. I hope this reading resonates with you. If it does, please smash the like button. Join my channel, my community. I love hanging out with you guys every Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays. Do free readings and stuff like that. So if you like me, ride for me. I'll ride for you. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.